If you have been a fan of Formula One for a long time, you must have seen various drivers' iconic moments, such as Lewis Hamilton winning 7 world championships. Over the years, you may have admired different F1 drivers, or perhaps you've remained loyal to just one. But it is a bitter reality that every F1 driver has some weaknesses that become a hurdle in their journey toward glory. Whether it's Max Verstappen or Charles Leclerc, each driver has faced vulnerable moments and exposed flaws. The 2025 season is proving to be challenging for both rookies and seasoned veterans. Understanding the weaknesses of the current 20 F1 drivers will provide a deeper insight into the fragile side of this pinnacle of motorsport. George Russell. Fast, precise, mentally sharp, and naturally talented, George Russell is dominating the Formula One grid.
To the checkered flag, wins the Sao Paulo sprint.
That's how we roll, baby.
But he has some visible weaknesses that every F1 fan could see. The first weakness is the whole F1 world.
He just cut across me. He just fully turned into me. What the
Guess, I am not kidding. George Russell's radio messages are the proof.
What's Stroll doing? He just stayed right in my way. Yeah. That was very silly from Stroll.
Whenever something bad happens to him on the grid or during the race, it is the mistake of someone else. Every F1 player and team is plotting against him so that he can't reach his glory.
Never do such a thing.
George Russell into the wall and out of the race.
His second biggest weakness is Carlos Sainz winning a race. Because somehow, when Carlos is on top, the universe balances itself by shattering George's dreams with Shakespearean cruelty.
George Russell.
What the was he doing? Honestly, see for what?
The F1 maths is that if Carlos Sainz is winning a race, George Russell is going to crash his car, and his dreams of getting any podium position.
His elbows out, and that could have won the race for Carlos Sainz.
Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, fashion icon, activist, and stormbringer of F1 history, is as close to motorsport royalty as it gets. But yes, even Sir Lewis has some flaws. His major weakness is being told we need you to lift and coast, because that's when the philosophical radio monologues begin, and suddenly he is debating tire degradation like it's a TED Talk.
Stop talking to me while I'm in frickin' battle, man. Jeez.
He starts overthinking in the middle of cutthroat F1 racing and detaches himself from the present. In such moments, everyone wonders if he is thinking of his girlfriend, but in reality, he is double-thinking his team's strategies.
In the braking zone, you're talking to him.
We need to recharge.
The second weakness is his difficulty in handling a car. When the car is difficult to handle, he is slower to adapt than more adaptable drivers like Alonso or Verstappen. He needs the car talking to him, and when it isn't, his pace drops and frustration rises. Charles Leclerc. Charles is fast, fearless, flawlessly cheekboned, and tragically cursed by the racing gods. Though this golden boy has captured everyone's hearts, he is not immune to weaknesses. His greatest weakness is leading a race comfortably. Because the moment he's in P1, you can almost hear the piano music swell before disaster strikes. It's not if something will go wrong. It's when.
And doesn't that look absolutely epic, that Ferrari?
Oh, that's going round.
Oh, that's not epic at all. That's Charles Leclerc into the back.
Whether it's spinning off in Imola 2022, crashing out from the lead in France, or binning it during Monaco 2021 qualifying, Charles has developed a reputation for hero laps, or heartbreak.
Sebastian Vettel goes past. Charles Leclerc has gone straight on.
The second weakness, or I must say, rival of Leclerc, is Ferrari. His loyalty to Ferrari is the most stupid decision of his life, as we all know that Ferrari's strategies are never going to improve. From bad pit stops to putting on the wrong tires, Ferrari has done every sort of injustice to Leclerc.
There are leakage.
A leakage of what?
I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
Max Verstappen. There is no doubt that Max Verstappen is a dominant force and boss on the Formula One grid. This man knows how to make his opponents weep while driving. He was the one to end the Lewis era.
And like you said, before I could only win it in the fastest car.
Exactly.
But his weaknesses are stopping his way to achieving the record of Lewis Hamilton. His first weakness is his bland personality. The man is so locked in Formula One that he wore his Red Bull shirt to his daughter's gender reveal event. Like, seriously? But this blandness is nothing in front of his interviews.
Why have you had so many accidents?
I don't know.
He loves to give uninteresting, simple answers to interview questions, making it almost unbearable to listen to them.
Why is it you think that you can handle that better than others?
But his second weakness is more dangerous than the first: Red Bull. This team has delivered its aggressiveness, boldness, and desire for dominance into Max Verstappen. He is ultra-aggressive in wheel-to-wheel combat and leaves little space for his opponents. Whenever he thinks he is not going to win, he makes reckless decisions and then pays heavily for them. His third weakness is his angry personality, which we witness in his radio messages.
What the are you guys saying? Unbelievable, mate. I don't get it. What the is this about?
Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson is the quietly confident New Zealander who subbed in for AlphaTauri during Daniel Ricciardo's injury in 2023. He impressed fans with his calm, composed driving style.
And Lawson stays ahead.
But while many hailed him as a future F1 regular, even Lawson isn't flawless. His biggest mistake is also what made him reliable: playing it safe. In his 5-race F1 cameo, he was impressively clean, but sometimes a bit too cautious. He didn't show aggressive racecraft. That might have made headlines and forced Red Bull's hand in giving him a full-time seat. Fernando Alonso, everyone's favorite and pooky F1 driver, Fernando Alonso's famous for his raw talent, iconic TikTok videos, and pulling faces on Instagram. This man knows how to make every F1 viewer his fan, but his funny TikTok videos are not gonna stop me from pointing out his weaknesses. His first weakness is bad career choices. Like, seriously, this man knows which cars have bad engines and still prefers to drive them. This is when he realized something about his bad career choices. McLaren, Alpine, Ferrari, Aston Martin. This man has the tendency to join the team just before it declines and leave it after it starts improving. His relationship with Honda engines was always rocky, and now Aston Martin is going to use them in 2026. Let's see how many GP2 engine memes we will see in the next season. The second weakness is his impatience. This man has no filter when he is giving radio messages or interviews.
We have big problems now. Driving with even looking like amateurs. So I race and then I concentrated the fuel.
He doesn't hesitate to criticize his team in the interviews and curse at his engineers during radio messages. Lance Stroll. I believe every one of you already knows the weaknesses of Lance Stroll, his dad, and his inconsistency.
Good luck, everybody else!
One widely acknowledged belief in the world of F1 is that Lance Stroll is on the grid because of his dad's money. Lance longed for a spaceship-like car, and his father delivered it by heavily funding the Aston Martin team. Because of this perception, no matter how well or poorly Lance performs, many believe he's only in Formula One due to his father's wealth. Lance has tried hard to prove the critics wrong. In fact, he became the youngest driver ever to stand on an F1 podium. And in the 2020 Turkish Grand Prix, he shocked everyone by taking pole position in treacherous rainy conditions. But his second weakness did him the disservice. He is so inconsistent that in the race, his pace swings wildly from, hey, not bad, to, wait, he was in that race? He is the human version of a patchy Wi-Fi signal, sometimes strong, mostly just frustrating, whether he is on the grid or in the pit stop.
Is this Lance Stroll out of the race? Oh dear. Oh, I hope that man's okay.
Alex Albon. I believe Alex Albon is the sweetest player on the grid with whom the whole world has done injustices. This man has a lot of skills, but never got the chance to display them because of his two weaknesses, Max Verstappen and Williams. Alex was a promising young star in 2019, but Max Verstappen became a villain in his story. Everyone compared his skills with Max, resulting in him being quietly benched now and then in his Ferrari days. No doubt the man suffered from low self-esteem despite having skills. This also impacted her ability to perform under pressure, because Honestly, being a rookie in front of Max Verstappen could take a toll on your nerves. His second weakness is being in a Williams car. Like, dragging a barely functional car on the grid needs time that Alex lacks. Moreover, he has polished his caliber to a great extent that Williams' car is unable to portray it. But he is loyal to this team and aims to drag it to glory by the end of the 2025 season. Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is famous as smooth operator and chilly.
Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
He loves to ruin his opponent's dreams with a smile and his aggressive skills. We have seen an example of it earlier in the video. But Carlos has two major weaknesses in his career. One is his lack of sleep. Now, why am I saying this? Because this man remains confused and spaced out in his press conferences.
I brought it here, so if you want to have a game on Saturday, I'm always up for it, yeah. If you're ready to lose. We'll see.
It seemed like the question woke him up from his sleep, and he didn't know how to respond to it. Well, his other major weakness is Ferrari.
The engine's gone. The engine's gone for Carlos Sainz. And whilst he was looking at...
Though he had said goodbye to Ferrari and racing with Williams this season, Ferrari had played a great role in spoiling his career. Long pit stops and sleepy engineers stopped him from achieving greatness.
No.
And he needs to get out of that Ferrari pretty quickly because you can see...
Now he is in Williams, and though it also sucks, Carlos is set to make the 2025 season his season. Like Alex Albon, he is bearing with Williams to make it the best F1 team. Lando Norris. Every Generation Z F1 fan knows Lando Norris because of his Twitch streamings, funny personality, and elite talent. But finding his weakness was relatively easy. One of them is his bad strategy calls.
I'm moving up and down, side to side, like a roller coaster. Oh, I'm crying. I think I'm crying.
I know every one of you has seen the worst racing strategies thanks to Ferrari, but behind McLaren's every bad strategy is Lando Norris. The prime example of it is the Russia 2021 incident, where he was leading comfortably on the verge of his first F1 win, and then rain came.
Clear to me. Could you describe the conditions around the track at the moment, please?
Wet. Can't see a thing. Very wet.
His team asked him numerous times to go for a pit stop, but he refused. At last, the rain got worse. He slid off, and Sainz waved him from the podium.
We go to turn one. No, he's ripped out the front wing. The McLarens collide. Lando Norris into the wall and out of the race.
After this, the second main weakness of Lando Norris is his PR strategy. He didn't know what to say or how to answer the interview questions. So, he most of the time ends up giving sarcastic answers that make his team a laughingstock. That's why the McLaren PR team sighed loudly whenever he stopped to give an interview. Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri might be the smoothest Aussie export since Vegemite in a squeeze tube. He got the nickname of the Quiet Assassin during his rookie season. This player is so perfect that his first major weakness is his politeness. It's his lack of aggression in wheel-to-wheel combat that is stopping him from becoming the next champion. I know the lack of aggression is a good thing, but being too respectful, almost as if you are asking for permission before an overtake, is a weakness.
I've got the McLarens. First of all, Lando Norris, then Oscar Piastri, and Max Verstappen is on 9.
The second weakness is his race starts. This man is seriously allergic to smooth race starts. For a guy who's lethal in qualifying, Oscar sometimes launches like he's trying not to wake the neighbors. Whether it's wheel spin, clutch hesitation, or just being too polite on turn one, he occasionally loses places off the line faster than your Wi-Fi drops during a Netflix binge.
Can he keep the car going? Is that the moment that home victory dreams are dashed for Oscar Piastri?
Kimi Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli, the team prodigy who has been groomed as Mercedes' next golden child, has some serious problems in F1.
Antonelli spins into the gravel and into the wall on debut.
One of them is tire management. He can pull off a blistering lap that makes the stopwatch sweat. But ask him to nurse a set of tires over a full race? You might as well be asking him to cradle a souffle in a hurricane. He attacks corners like they insulted his ancestors. They remain cool on Saturdays, but by lap 15 on Sunday, his tires are filing for retirement. The other major weakness is his experience.
And here we go into the final corner of the racetrack. Antonelli
You can hear the screech of the tyres and there's not much runoff.
Kimi was born in 2006. It means he was still in diapers when Alonso won his first title. He's absurdly talented, but he's also just a rookie figuring out F1's chaotic traffic, strategy calls, and the art of not dying in Monza FP1. I am hopeful he will perform better in the coming years, but for now, he is just figuring out the world of Formula One. Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon brings grit, raw pace, and boldness to the F1, but this racer has some really major weaknesses. One of them is having a teammate. Whether it's Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly, or probably even the poor intern who brings him coffee. If you're in the same garage as Esteban, brace for impact. This racer doesn't know his priorities, so he always went to compete with his teammates to prove his worth to the world. Like, he is blind to his opponents and his whole energy is focused on ignoring the team's orders and then publicly protecting himself. His second weakness is Haas. Ocon is talented, but he is under Haas's curse and unable to break free from it.
So he's into the apex of turn one nicely, opens up. Yeah, there we go. So he's losing it already, the exit at 2. Then he goes out wide to the curb, but he hasn't got the car settled at all.
This curse is taking a toll on his career and skills. Oliver Bearman has one major weakness that maybe none of the other ones have in F1. His inability to see anything that flashes yellow or red during qualifying. Yellow and red flags are his rivals in qualification, resulting in him losing the positions various times. One time, it happened during Formula One qualifying at the 2024 Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Race control have deleted the time for Oliver Bearman for not being completed before the red flag dropped around the circuit.
He was driving in FP1 for Haas and caught crossing the line just 3.3 seconds after a red flag was thrown. That meant his flying lap got deleted, costing him a chance to advance to Q2. But this is nothing in front of him failing his road driving test because he didn't stop at the red light. His response was, "We didn't use them in racing, so I forgot to stop." Except for this weakness, he is quite a decent Formula One player. Yuki Tsunoda, this future restaurant owner, has won hearts since his first race. Everyone loves his speed and energy.
Het uitkomen van het zwembad. Bam.
But like every other driver, Yuki is suffering from some great weaknesses. The first one is life without Pierre Gasly. Since Gasly left AlphaTauri, it was like someone took away Yuki's emotional support. Together, they were the perfect odd couple. Gasly, the calm, fashion-forward mentor. Yuki, the chaotic storm with a samurai spirit and the patience of a toddler in traffic.
I like his, something, I don't know. Don't be too kind. I guess you guys think, like your girlfriend or boyfriend, some kind of feeling, I think.
Now, without him, he is just a fiery ball who is ready to explode mid-race every chance he gets. The second weakness is his radio meltdowns.
Go for Sainz. Push.
Mate, I am! Look! I can't push it more because there's a Alonso at me front. I look up dirty here.
Copy.
There are hardly any radio messages where Yuki hasn't cursed. No matter if he is winning or failing, he would just keep shouting on his radio and give a major headache to his engineers.
Schumacher coming behind.
By the way, I am not complaining here, because I love these radio messages. The third weakness is anyone saying, "Just keep it cool this lap." Because the moment you ask Yuki to stay calm, he will erupt like Mount Fuji with Wi-Fi. This leads him to make some strategy mistakes, like overheating tires or using up his resources in the early laps. He paid for these mistakes in the last 10 laps.
Yeah, he never really...
Isack Hadjar. This player is making Red Bull Jr. famous among new F1 fans through his chaotic personality, meme-worthy radio messages, and exceptional driving skills.
So then floor it to put some heat into his tires and...
But this Red Bull Rising Junior talent is also showcasing some weaknesses in his games. One is his rivalry with rain. When the skies open up, Verstappen thrives. Hamilton smiles, but Isack sees his life flash before his visor. Wet conditions make him jittery, and the emotional rookie comes out in him.
Right, so he backed off to then floor it to put some heat into his tires
and I think he just lit the back up with
His second weakness is his angry personality. Just like Max, he's also ready to explode during the race and doesn't hesitate to showcase his emotions through the radio messages.
Here is Hadjar.
No! 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 I destroyed the cow! No!
His third weakness is his formation lap fatality. You know how most drivers use the formation lap to warm their tires? Hadjar used it to warm up the barriers. At his first full F1 race in Australia 2025, he crashed before the race even started. No wheel-to-wheel contact, no dive bombs, just one rookie, one wall, and one broken front wing that didn't even make it to turn 1. Nico Hulkenberg. While Nico is undoubtedly a skilled driver, he carries a number of weaknesses, and the most infamous one seems to be his allergy to podiums. No matter how much effort and talent he pours into a race, podium finishes have consistently slipped through his fingers. Be it due to pressure, poor strategy calls, or plain bad luck, potential top 3 results often vanish in a matter of moments over his long career. This meme practically explains his relationship with podiums. Everything is going smoothly when out of nowhere the podium runs away from him. Now, the second weakness is Haas. It's slow cars, no strategy, and a lack of support that make Nico one of the unluckiest drivers on the grid. His third weakness is poor decisions. The man remains stuck with the slow cars of Haas for a long time, and now he moves to Sauber for another worse season of his career. It seems like he is a villain in his own story. Gabriele Bortoletto. He is a freshly crowned F2 champion who is learning the world of F1 in the 2025 season. It is his rookie season, and he is making every rookie mistake in his Sauber car.
Right up the inside here. There is Antonelli. He's got to see that coming.
Kimi, push me out.
The first weakness is his rivalry with dirty air. On clean air, the rookie can match Hulkenberg in qualifying, but once he's stuck in traffic, his Sauber becomes a snail in molasses. He needs 4 car lengths just to catch the drafting grip. The second weakness is inexperience. The driver has no idea what is going on in this world and is trying very hard to understand the race rhythm. He has no patience and no strategy. But I am pretty sure he will soon learn the world of Formula 1. Pierre Gasly. Yuki Tsunoda's best friend, Pierre Gasly, is a full chill package. He is a fierce driver who has helped Alpine during their darkest hours. Due to him, Alpine fans have the hope of reviving in the world of F1. To be honest, finding his weakness was a bit difficult, but I managed to find 2 after hours of going through his races. Well, the man is quite inconsistent. Like, he is either Hamilton in Monza, or just invisible in Qatar.
Yeah, it's the same story as every year when in this position I can see only the top lights. I can see only one red light, the top row.
He can be brilliant, like that unforgettable 2020 Monza win, but he can also vanish mid-race, especially when expectations are high. When the spotlight's on, there are moments he overdrives or simply doesn't deliver the spark. It's like he gets stage fright right after the dress rehearsal goes perfectly. Another major weakness is Lance Stroll's front wing, because somehow, no matter the year, the track, or the weather, if there's a crash and a Stroll is nearby, Gasly might be in it.
Because there was no room for Stroll to come back onto the track.
Jack Doohan. Just like Gabriele Bortoletto, Jack Doohan is also new to the world of Formula 1. This rookie is also committing a lot of mistakes, which, to be honest, other veteran drivers are also doing, like Lewis Hamilton lost his patience on the radio during his 2025 race.
In China, I got out of the way when you're on a different strategy.
Understood. We swapped the cars.
Have a tea break while you're at it. Come on.
If he could lose his patience in this tough F1 season, what can you expect from Jack? This boy's main weakness is his inability to handle pressure. He was already struggling in Formula 2, and now the F1 world is taking a toll on his nerves, so it is resulting in different crashes.
Left wheel, or was it the rear that tipped into the grass? Oh, that's heavy.
He races like he's got a seat hanging by a thread. Fast one day, flat out the next. Even Jacques Villeneuve said it's desperation-fueled driving. The second weakness is racecraft mishaps and over-defensive moments. Just like a typical rookie, he pushes way too hard and forgets he's playing with physics, not toys. So, this is all about F1 2025 drivers' weaknesses. Which one is your favorite? Kindly tell me in the comments section.